Hey, what's up, everybody? So if you follow me, you've seen the knight and you've seen the mini weapons. I want to kind of go into those real quick. I have 5 main ones that I've successfully done. Well, kind of. So we'll start out this one here. So this is the Zweihander from Elden Ring, and I had a guy on Etsy because he had it in his shop, and I bought the model. I had him print it in PETG or PETG. It's a little bit stronger than PLA. Probably didn't need to do that, but I did. Then I painted it and varnished it. I like how it came out, especially like having like the brown handle, just closer to the game. Pick the silver paint out. You have to always prime it first, and the longer you wait for the prime, like if you prime it and then you wait like a day, or even longer than that, the paint sticks better. So I did learn that. I learned a lot about that kind of stuff, model customization, just throughout this project. This is very interesting experience, but this thing's really cool. I have this one here. These are my favorites. This is the Breath of the Wild stuff. So the Great Flame Blade, first of all. Fully painted, fully varnished. This was a lot of fun. I had to go over it with a smaller paintbrush. That was like after I painted the entire thing orange. And it has two halves here. I tried not to OCD too much on it. I wanted it to come out perfect. It didn't quite come out perfect, but I'd say pretty close. But yeah. Great Frostblade. This was a lot of fun. Once again, I got about 99.9% perfection on these. This one's a little bit. But like I said. And honestly, if you enjoy painting like really narrow areas, which I kind of did at the time, it was a pain, but it was kind of fun to just like get it all nice and neat. Then I got the handle here. And then the Thunderblade, the Great Thunderblade. This one's actually interesting. So I had to repaint it a couple times. Not the entire thing, but like pieces. Because whenever I would varnish it, dust would get on it. And I'd have to like scrape the dust particles off. It was like little like black hair tips or something, I'm not sure. But I had to like lint, I guess you could say. I had to get that off there, then I had to like repaint the areas and then revarnish ever so slightly, you know, without getting too much on it, obviously. Eventually, I got it to an acceptable level. What's crazy, though, is painting the hilt, specifically. I had to mix two different colors, brown and a yellow, but a very specific one, to get, like, this wooden... Because I'm pretty sure the handle's made of wood. Like, if you look in the game, there's a wood grain on it, so I'm pretty sure it's made of wood. Which is interesting, because it's a Thunderblade, it conducts electricity, right? So the wood, I guess, would be insulation, because I don't think, wood doesn't conduct. So I thought that was a good Easter egg. But the hilt is a different shade of brown than the actual handle itself, as a result of that. And then the parts on here that look white, it's like I used a little bit of yellow and a little, quite a bit of white to make like an off-white yellow color for that. Ended up coming out really well. And then this one here was an investment. I love that I have it, but it was an investment, I will say that. I have not got to varnish it. My varnish can actually bloated. Note to self and note to everyone else. PSA here. Watch your varnish cans, because if it bloats, you're in trouble. Yeah, you don't want that stuff everywhere. But anyway, this is the Demon's Great Machete from Dark Souls. And it is so awesome. It scales very well with my knight. In order to get him into the hand, I have this piece to be detachable. So you see the paint ends there. And it goes right back in place. And then pretty much I just take this whole thing out, slide it in the knight's hand, and slide that on like a pen cap. And then boom. Originally the pommel here was supposed to be detachable, but this ended up being more easy, honestly. But dude, I love how well this came out, especially like the ridges here and stuff. Nah, but yeah, this is so cool. And then finally, I have this one. I haven't got to paint it yet. It's the Black Knight sword. Same diff. Handle comes off. Slides back into place. Very nice. There was a little bit of stuff I had to cut off with an X-Acto knife. When I finally do get around to painting it, it's gonna be a lot better looking. I will say that. I was gonna go with like a more, because I really went with a more like stripped down, simplified RPG idea. Like with the machete here. I mean, I could probably get some stuff and maybe like make it a little bit more detailed. I thought about doing that. But I mean, it's like one solid color kind of thing. So it's like, I guess like if the previous generation of FromSoft games had a Great Demon's Machete, this would be what it would look like, I guess. Something to that degree. That was my mindset going in. And for this one, I was thinking maybe I'll just paint the entire hilt gold, or maybe the entire this entire part gold or something, and have like depending on like what the main colors are, because it's really in the game it has like a golden design on it. It's not fully gold, but I thought about just doing like all in gold, and the handle will be all like a charcoal, not quite black, but like a charcoal gray or something. That's what I thought about doing. But yeah. But dude, my favorites have got to be, like I said, the Great Blades. Hold on. Let's get these in the shot. Yeah. Yeah, and I had a lot of fun doing these. It was a very, very fun experience. And then, of course, getting to actually display them and actually having them. It's like, man. Because it's a real shame the company's never made, like, official replicas. You know? It'd be nice to get some. If they would, but I don't. Yeah, they're not. I don't know why they won't, but they're just not going to do that. And I mean, you know what happens, you know. In that case, make your own, right? Or find someone else who's made one and get it from them and then customize it. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. Fun times.